There are certain things that are considered unprofessional, and these certain things that are unprofessional sometimes are so unprofessional, yet somehow and sometimes they get aired more than once. Today, I am here to give you the most unpleasurable review I have ever done, and that is of a show, or an atrocity rather, called The Groovenians. Now, this was, I forget, was a Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon, but anyway, this is the equivalent. See this little dumbbell right here? See this little dumbbell right here? Imagine somebody comes up and I do, let's make a show. It's normally here, but it just falls. It falls beyond that. It breaks the couch.
Oh no.
Okay, let's start off with the anime. Let's get into the technical side first before I start talking about what's even worse than the technical side. It looks like it's made out of Legos, and you can tell they're trying to make it look good. And this isn't some rough draft. They aired this version twice. Basically, the ground looks like freaking Lego blocks, and then everything's all like... Sound quality is awful. But aside from that, you can still have a somewhat decent show. I mean, not everything is about the graphics, as they say. But the Groovenians manages to mess that up. Let me explain. We start off by seeing these two hipster people in flower costumes. And they're doing their thing. They're sitting in like the front yard and they're running around. I don't even remember this part. Then this angry guy who's bald, who's all gray, comes out of his gray house and goes, quit being colorful, quit being creative. And it basically goes from there to this little hipster man-woman thing coming down and telling these two about the place called Groovenia. So after a while, in this cheesy little chase scene, they get on this little plane where this three-boobied alien talks to him about how groovy everything is. So long story short, they land on this planet called Groovenia, and the animation's even creepier this time. This woman tree comes up, and they sexualize this tree. It kisses the camera. And it's all like, here's your key to your Groovenian house. You have to stick it inside me. So they stick the key in this tree, and it starts moaning. So it skips ahead a little bit to them going to this house, and they knock on the door. And then these three one-eyed creatures open it up, and they're all like, ooh, be our room guests or whatever. And then there's this one part, I forget what it was, the dog barks, and there's this really creepy, like, 10-second laughing part, where they're just all like, ho, 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 and their heads just turn at uncanny angles. It's just atrocious. So, and then again, you know, this is something that got aired, keep in mind. You can find this on YouTube. I'd recommend watching it just to see how bad things can get. And there's also whack music I forgot to mention in the beginning and towards the end. But anyway, they're sitting there dancing. It gets to that part. It skips ahead even more. And all of a sudden, these robots come in, and what do they say? They say, like, money, 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 or something, or, like, boredom, I don't know. Yeah, I don't remember that part. But anyway, and then all of a sudden, this guy comes in, and these Groovenian one-eyed weirdos are paying, like, this liquid as tax. Like, they're like... And they put their little liquid tax into these little robots, and this other robot comes and sounds just like that fat gray father guy who's all like, hey, my name's Norman, give me money. So all of a sudden, Norman drops the sickest freestyle of was it like 2003 this was made? I don't know. He drops like the sickest freestyle of 2003. It was the worst song. I just recommend listening to that if you don't want to watch the show. You still gotta listen to this. I think he said something about how it's like money but no cashback guarantee. And then basically what these Groovenian people do is they start, I forget what they do. I think they have like these wands or something, and then they turn these robots into fun robots, and they start dancing around like freaking hipsters. And then this guy's like, I'll be back, Norman, and then he flies out the door. Then I think a few other disturbing laughing sequences happen, and then it ends. I don't know, there's nothing good about this. The only thing that's good is you laugh, but you don't laugh the reason they want you to laugh. It's just so pathetic you laugh. I think an animation team of 6-year-olds could have done better. I think writing-wise, a bunch of 4-year-olds making, like, 4-year-old poetry could have done better. It's creepy. It's like some creepypasta stuff right here that actually exists. Like, I can imagine this being a story one day, the Groovenians, when it gets flagged off of YouTube. give it a 0.5 out of 10.